Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, it's better to be the hammer than the anvil, but you have to replace the hammer a lot more times than the anvil, so I don't know if she's right on that one.
Oh, what a brain teaser.
I thought that all out myself.
Yes.
Undra Vamis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
Avoid disappointment by giving up all hope.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
I don't wanna sail, I don't wanna sail, I don't wanna sail tonight. Tawny is waiting for me just below the surface so bright. Big shout out to the Finn brothers, yeah.
And Skjold Gunvardsson, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Slösa inte med tid att titta bakåt, för vi ska inte gå dit.
That's a good one, eh?
Yeah. Don't waste your time looking backwards, because we're not going that way.
Yes, it was fun.
What if you're Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk?
You should moonwalk your way right out of there.
Yes.
And keep going into the sea.
Into the sea.
Into the furnace of hell.
If you could.
Whoa.
Thank you very much.
I forgot about
And this is my special lucky dice,
Oh.
which I'm not allowed to use
Does it go-
when I'm DMing.
Does it go Does it go 3 to 20?
Oh no, it goes like basically 15 and up.
Okay.
Okay, 15 and up. Here we go.
Yeah, but
Can I borrow that minute?
no, it's in there for case of emergencies.
I think it's an emergency.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. You join the gang as they are trying to discover information that will assist them in their newfound cause to unthrone the Ironmonger, the newly crowned king of Hawksmoor and the leader of the gang who has taken root here. Having discovered that his name, or an alias also Koveg, they've heard of him before, they find themselves on a dock, all invisible, all seeking to garner information as they kind of keep their ears low to the ground. We find Skjold with a dilemma. Currently in the first level of the ship, where Undra is listening in to Kovig himself, talking to the captain of the ship, Skjold, torn on whether to look in this particular crate that is kind of caught his attention. As you stand there, a voice drifts into your head. Don't be so stupid. Don't do it.
So I'm gonna. Is the guard moving around?
So you're in an area where there are a number of crates, and as you remember having a look at them, a lot of them seem sealed shut. This one seems to be hinged with just a catch on the top. The guard, there is one guard in view of you. He's about 10 feet away in an open space. There's not really much hiding you from him, and his back is currently facing you. So his attention is on the stairway dropping down to this level.
Right. So I think I need to disable him somehow. So I'm gonna try and, as quiet as possible, like choke him out.
How exactly are you going to try and do that?
So I'm gonna sneak up behind him and like grab his head, like cover his mouth, and like lock in a chokehold and try to like.
Can I hold you there one moment, matey potato? It says in my notes that you distracted the guard with a cat. Is there
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, he made a sound and
Yeah.
the guard was like, oh, what's going on?
And it wasn't
then
it?
the cat walked past.
Yeah.
He thought it was the cat.
Yeah.
And I'm
But he's not totally distracted.
Good note, take
Stupid.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gold
that's,
star for you.
that's what she
It
does.
was because the floor was creaky. So, it was
Oh, sorry
Yeah.
and thank you.
so that's why it was me, but the cat saved me.
Just make a quick perception check for me.
Ooh, yes.
One day you're going to find that gone.
And then that's a net 1. I think it's emergency time now.
I said at the beginning it's an emergency.
Yeah, but I was like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, well, for those of you who missed that, someone was talking about this fancy dice that basically is numbered 15 to 20. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
only in use of emergency, and he's currently breaking the glass.
Yeah.
So in that one, you're quite thankful for that cat for distracting it. You look around and don't take in any of the features and details that I was about to explain to the
Yep.
individual whose back is facing
Yep.
you.
Right.
So, what's your plan?
As I said, I was going to cover his mouth and I'm going to look in a chokehold and choke him out quietly and lower him to the ground. That is my plan.
Right, so you want to try and choke him out.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Now,
Notice how all his companions have no confidence in this whatsoever.
All right. Well, I
Feeling
want confidence
unwell.
because this dice is roll a 1 now, so it won't roll low.
Oh, of course not. You
Yeah.
put so much faith in that dice.
Yeah.
It lets you down again and again.
Yeah.
Come on. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Yes, I have faith in this dice.
If I was down there with you, would I say, maybe not?
You would just
You shouldn't do
moonwalk
that.
out of there.
Yes.
I'd like to see that.
so we're going to start. I think the best way to try and do this, because obviously any individual has a certain number of hit points than they see,
Yeah.
like you would. I think first of all you need to try and grapple him, because the minute you find someone putting their hand around your mouth, there's going to be a contest. It's going to try and break that grapple immediately. Yeah, now, if you want to try and do this, first of all you will need to succeed in that grapple.
All right. Yep.
And then, how are you going to try and either paralyze him or stun him from that grapple position? Because otherwise, I would say you'd have to. The rules of the game, you can
Okay,
hold your breath
yeah.
for a certain. So, how would you try and make him go unconscious? Just explain to me the process in your head after the successful grapple.
I'm just gonna hold him down until he stops wriggling.
Okay. So I'm
Like just choking him
Okay.
out.
So to make this interesting, then what we're going to do, you will need to succeed in a grapple check. Okay, and then we will roll 3d20s.
All right.
And if at any point he rolls higher than you, just on a straight d20 roll,
All right.
okay, I will say he manages to catch his breath and yell out, or do something to make some noise. If you can manage to beat him on 3 consecutive d20 rolls, then he will lose enough air to go unconscious. Otherwise, this will become a very long-winded contest of
Yeah.
choking him out. So
So with my vast combat experience, would it be easier just to try and just knock him unconscious by smashing his head against something?
With Volt.
well, you would have known that if you hadn't rolled a 1 a minute ago.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So that unfortunately has to count for something.
All right.
But you can decide what you want to do,
Yep.
knowing what you are required to do to
All right.
successfully knock him
Well,
unconscious.
I will go with my first plan because I think that's gonna be least sound.
Could you use the green dice now?
Oh yeah. All right. All
I
right.
feel like I've made my point enough times to put him off, and now I just have to watch this child go and do.
No.
I have
All right.
faith in you. I
Right.
have faith in you.
Green dice go because
Okay.
I really want to know what's in the box.
Oh dear.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
This is the one that only rolls over 15, and it's a 5.
Yeah.
It's his lucky dice. Look
Yeah,
at it. It's
yeah.
a 5.
It's this is my to grapple him.
What do you add to a 5? Strength versus strength for dex?
So I had unarmed strike, I think.
Pardon?
Is it
Strength. Your strength check
Yeah.
versus either a strength or dexterity check for me.
So probably dexterity for you. So I've got a +2 in strength.
Which doesn't even beat my 8.
No,
So you go to.
but if I add my proficiency, which is +5 for an unarmed strike, then it would be 10. It will beat your 8.
But it's grappling, isn't it?
It's not a
So
strike.
it's not
So
a
That's a
strike,
grapple
it's grappling.
check. It's not a strike.
Okay.
Okay, these are the decisions we made.
Yeah.
You've got 2 more guys to be fine.
Right.
No,
He
no,
has to
no.
save on
You
all
had to,
3.
you had to grapple
Grapple
him
him
first,
first.
Yeah. All
and then
right.
you
So
had to do
no,
all
no,
three.
all right.
Okay.
All right.
Quick
With
thinking.
you.
Can I channel divinity to give me a... Because I technically don't know the result of this yet. Because I rolled a 5, so I can add +10 to it.
Is that a channel divinity for a check or a strike or a what?
It's a... Grants a creature +10 bonus to the roll. Makes an attack roll. So it's a grappling attack
this is
roll.
an attack, so you can add your channel divinity to that as well. So that takes it up to 12, which beats my not very good 9 suddenly.
Yeah.
So your kind of arm goes round and grabs him and just pulls tight and taut against your crevice of your elbow, and you just suddenly hear this kind of like and this moving and shaking, and this kind of, you just squeeze tighter to try and lock in the nose and the mouth all in one, desperately trying to hold your position. So now 3 quick fire rolls.
Yes. 8.
4. So you're still there, and you just
Alright,
see it struggling.
I'm gonna go back to
See
this
it
one.
struggling.
Alright, I'll go with the lucky dice. Lucky dice. 5.
3. And again, you're just like
Alright,
tight, and
can,
you suddenly
can I use this one?
arms are flailing,
Well,
and
it's
it's like
2 to 0.
boom, and
Yeah. Well,
suddenly
alright.
this cat just walks and sits down and looks at you as if to say, "What are you doing?"
And I roll a 14.
And a 7. How did you win? How did you beat me with a 5?
It's all in the reflexes.
Absolutely. And then with that, you're kind of struggling, and the arms are flailing so much, and then suddenly the energy just starts to go, and you kind of feel the weight drop, and he just becomes heavy and unsupported. And at that point, you know that it goes.
So I'm gonna let him down slowly. And
Take your sweaty elbow away from his face, lying down.
yes, and then I'm gonna open the crate.
Cool. So you open the crate, you
Yes.
flick the lock, you lift the lid open
Yep.
ever so slightly. And what there, nestled in this large crate, is what looks to be a thick white knitted blanket or felted blanket, a layer of wool almost, needled wool, mottled in colour, and it's just tucked and at the very top of the crate. Just looks like it's nestling and like just snuggling something that you can't see.
Right, I will unsnuggle it.
You
Because I want-
unsnuggle it.
Oh,
So
excellent.
as you pull the felted layer back, underneath it you see 3 small iron lock boxes. They're very unadorned, unfancy, very simple square or rectangular square-edged boxes. Very small lock holes on the front. And like I said, there are 3 of them. Probably the 3 of them in total take up a lot of the room of the crate, and from what you can glean looking down there, maybe probably a third to a half of the depth of the crate going down.
So I can only carry 1.
You can try.
But I'm just gonna check the left one, see if it opens or if it's locked. Just see if
it doesn't move at all. It looks very
Yeah.
firmly locked.
Right. I'm gonna quickly check how heavy it is.
Okay. One or two-handed.
2-handed.
So you put Volt down. You got to lift it.
I will want it probably on the belt because
Okay. And as you try and lift it up, and you lift, it doesn't budge. It's actually quite heavy. Whatever is in here is exceedingly dense, and along with the metal of the box,
Yep.
you find it quite hard to lift.
That's good.
And you know that you're not going to be able to sneak
Alright.
out of here like this.
But I'm gonna try and remember as much detail I can, just in case I want to use a locating spell later on to find these boxes.
Yep.
Then I'm just gonna put the lid down.
Just before you put the lid down, just make a perception check for me. Undra, can you make a perception check for me as well?
I'm gonna go back to my normal dice now because it's been lucky. So that is a 25.
Okay. As you're going to lay the felted layer back down on top, there's a kind of an overlapping or a part of the padding in between the centre of the boxes, which just catches your eye. And you realise that it's kind of like folded over as if it's kind of holding something else in, like a second like little snuggled within a snuggle area. You just notice that as you're closing the lid.
Gonna just quickly have a look, see if it's a letter or something.
As you look, there are 3 pouches, little velvet kind of dark blue pouches, and each one has got a label, 3 labels, Site 1, Site 2, Site 3. What did you roll, Andrea?
12.
12. Oh, so you needed a 10. Because you're looking around, you're not sure what's going on, you're being quiet, and you can see you've got a relative vantage point down the side of the ship into the middle of the hold, and you can see this crate, and you can clearly see Shold leaning over the crate, fiddling around in the centre. Having grappled the individual, he's obviously dropped his invisibility. So.
I'm gonna take those little pouches.
Yep.
Those are coming with me.
Cool. So you pick them up, and even they're very small, they are quite weighty.
Yep.
Like easily akin to a pouch with numerous gold pieces or so on. There's weight to them. But it doesn't feel like much. It almost feels like a single kind of clump of dense
Something,
metal
yeah.
or something inside them. You take those, put the lid back down. Okay. Can you just roll a stealth check for me, please?
I can indeed.
As you watch under a random sailor just walking slowly away. Did you do 1 again?
Yeah, maybe.
What?
Walking away.
I didn't
from,
use my lucky dice. I used this one. So
Visibility again.
Yeah, turning and walking away from the group, including Kovad and this kind of leather vest covered sailor with long hair that he's been conversing with, and he's turning and he's sweeping his kind of glance over the side of the ship where a number of people are congregating on the gangplank, and you know you've got this a few seconds and he's going to be in direct eye line of Shold, who is now just putting something inside a pocket and lowering this hatch.
If I cast invisibility again, do I have to be touching him to cast it on him?
What does the spell say?
I don't want to say. It might start with the words, a creature you touch.
That would suggest that yes.
No, but ignoring that, what does the DM say? Anyway. I have to make a distraction for you, you idiot. I can just see I'm going to be dragging someone through a battlefield in the next couple of days.
So I wonder if the net one is me forgetting that I'm visible again and just walking like I'm invisible, or me tripping over the guard down the stairs.
We'll get to that.
Okay, can I please, I want to cast darkness, so I want to aim it to where he is and 15 foot around it, so nobody can see what's happening.
15 foot centered on Shold.
So it's, the range is 60 feet, and then 15 feet around Shold.
Okay, so that'll envelop everyone on the bow of the boat, where you are, where Kovad is and the captain, this sailor.
He's down underneath though, yeah?
Who's that?
Him.
Yeah, but it'll get him with 60 feet. It'll envelop the whole, like, 2/3 of the ship.
No, I can cast it 60 feet away. It is 15 feet that it goes dark.
So, but you're just casting it down in the...
Down around him. Give him a chance.
You're going to cast the spell?
Shit.
You'll become visible. Then,
I
won't you?
know.
I was kind of hoping she wasn't going to pick that out. I hit him! Oops.
Could you? How far away are you from the people?
Like right next to them.
Oh.
Right next to them.
Oh.
I thought I was the one that was supposed to make the challenges. Not you.
I know.
Well, that's why you have players. You just let them do whatever they want.
In the meantime, you two are just like,
Happy.
what is going?
It's really gone really well so far, isn't it?
Let's not jinx ourselves, but I'm quite happy hiding here behind this large crate.
You can rely on Scold and Undra not to mess it up. That's
Yeah.
what I would say.
I have to agree with you because, yes. I know.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to do nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to let him take his chances, the consequences of his actions. I'm going to stay invisible, just stay here and watch what happens.
And in a split second, Sailor turns around and says, "Oi! Who are you? What are you doing?" And all the attention, this conversation right next to you, Andrew, turns around as this burly man turns and goes, "What is going on?" And this sailor starts running, and it's at that moment you look and you realise, and as you do turn, this cat that has been stood there watching you, you step on and trip. And you just like boom to the floor. And as you look up, there's this individual sailor literally sliding down the banister to run at you, pulling a dagger out.
Hello.
And you can see others congregating. What are you doing?
Closing up.
I think it's time for me and the vault to go up and away.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna fly away.
Okay.
That's my
No,
plan.
nobody's going to notice.
Well,
So subtle.
well, yeah.
Okay. You lift Schultz. What do you say to him?
I'm like, up and away, Walt. Here we go.
Here's me saving your ass once again. Fine. We will talk about this later.
We will indeed.
And as you lift up into the air, you have an impression of this beast of a man looking at you. And as he does, he kind of cocks his head and takes you in. And he says something to the gentleman. Undru, you hear this. Is he one of yours? No, he's nothing to do with this. He's an intruder. Quick, get him, shoot him down. At which point Kovac turns around and says, "That's me." And as he lifts his arm and he just points it up and opens his hands to Shoal flying away, you see this beautiful tattoo, purples and blues, all running down his arm, just drain of colour to this kind of faded, Hessian kind of like sepia colour as this lightning bolt erupts from his arm straight at you, Shoal.
Yeah. It would be a handy time for dispel magic.
Can you roll as the tattoo on his arm fires lightning bolt?
Are you just thinking,
Can I run at Kovac? Push him over? Without losing my... Not a trick,
Yes.
just a clumsy... Oh, no, you tripped up, Kovac. Oh.
I would say if you charge into him, I'll class that as an attack, but if he stumbles over something,
You'd
I
become
don't
visible.
know.
Like
You
your
become
foot on
visible.
or a rolling barrel.
But you're kind of watched, mesmerised, as you just this kind of crackle of energy, and it is very, very similar to what happened in the underground basement where Undru Keeproot and some of the others were using some form of tattooed magic.
You're not anywhere near like a rope that would accidentally
So-
be undone and released.
Proper
and
rope.
flared.
lot of
Please
things.
get a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Alright, I'm trusting you once more.
I don't know why you bother.
Alright, we'll do lucky dice. Come on, lucky dice. So dexterity saving. So that's an 18.
Well, you do save. And you take half damage on 8d6.
Oh.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, there was a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
This is
a bit
eight
frightening.
of them,
Yeah.
yes.
5, 7, 12, 1.
Sorry.
Was it a look? 16, 20.
He's already killed you once. Sorry.
I just really missed you guys. This is excitement.
So 23, I would reduce that to half, so we'll reduce that to 14 points of lightning damage.
Give the other 14 to
As it clanks straight into the...
Also, with the fly spell, is there something I need to do, like concentration check?
Technically, I will say yes. It's cast through the vault, so it'll get you to make a Constitution saving throw. But what I would say is the trajectory of where you've gone. You are clear of the ship,
Yep.
so you're now currently over water.
Oh, that's good.
But it's just a DC Constitution saving throw of 10.
Yep.
Just
That's not 20.
So yeah, and so you kind of like you catches you, and you manage to get out of the rain, but like sparks of lightning just catch you, and you feel it fizz through your body and being. You hear in your head like Volt going woohoo, yeah, and then suddenly you just kind of spurt with a little boost of speed, and then kind of garner control of the spell, and you hear a muttering under. Find him. I want to know what he has taken. And you see Kolig move down toward the crate with the others where he was hanging out, and then they start inspecting an area.
I will try fly so I have something between me and the ship, because I don't want them starting shooting me with crossbows and things.
Well, at that point, with the guards now along the ship who have seen you, we will roll initiative, because there's going to be an opportunity for maybe half a dozen people to start firing arrows at you.
Oh,
so if we can have everyone roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
14.
Hello.
Thanks, Joel.
I'm causing a distraction so you can get away free.
That's a net 20, which is
Oh,
unnecessary.
what am I
Now
doing
that's
with
24.
initiative?
Yeah.
I have some of this. Dun, 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 dun.
Plus your
Dun, dun,
dex
dun.
bonus. What's your dex bonus?
What's my dex bonus? Because I can't remember.
+3. Do +3 in there.
Oh, why?
Because you had your dexterity to it.
Okay. Oh, that's heaps. I'm all good. Oh,
What did you roll?
19. Oh, I don't like rolling high because then you have to go first. And I'm much more chicken and like to go second.
Well, you are going second at the moment.
Thank you, Jesuses.
I was actually 17.
Oh.
What were you?
16.
Dish is on fire. she might end up on
I
fire.
made a personal note, do not put the DM off when counting all the time.
Yes,
Yep, I
very good.
might, they'll learn.
And I thought I rolled well here with a 14.
All right.
Oh no.
Angela, you're currently on the deck of the ship with most people now moving away from you. You're invisible. What are you doing?
I want to go and listen to what they say about what they discover about the thing, and
Okay.
then I want to use any kind of distraction to get the hell out of there. But
Okay.
for the moment, I want to try and catch
Okay.
what's happening. So
Make you get to the edge. Are you going down?
no, I want
You
to
get a
hear
bit.
from
You'll
the
be
top.
able to hear more if you go from the bottom, but you're staying for the top. Because as you get to the edge, you can see they all seem to be split off, but the captain and Kovac are centered around this one crate where Skull was, and they've got the lid up. And
How much room is there around there?
Oh, you could probably get down the stairs and be within 10 feet of them. I'd say you'd probably hear more being down on their
Okay, what the hell? Let's go.
Sit up.
down. As you get down there, make a perception check, please.
Sure. 22.
Cool. Immediately you notice this Wiship's cat just sat off to one corner, just like licking its paw, just like this, and then it kind of like head comes up and just starts kind of like cruising over towards the steps where you are. Conversation you hear very quickly. They're here, all three. They're all here. Where are the samples?
Oh.
Some frustrated, quick. They were in the centre. There was a sample from each vein. They're not hit, and he just turns around and with a backhand, Kovic turns around and smacks the captain. Go and find them now. And he just turns and starts to walk to you. The cat is now within like a split second of like rubbing up against your leg, doing a kind of cat thing.
And are they in full view of that?
Of the cat.
Of the cat?
They can see the
They
cat
can
because
see the
it's
cat?
by the stairs, which it looks like he might be coming to go back up.
And can I? Is there somewhere for me to duck around
Yeah,
and
you
hide?
just kind of take
I
steps
just want to.
aside.
Yeah. I just want to duck around.
The cat kind of gets to it, and you just see him comes and he boots the cat out the way. The slaver, sorry.
That's okay because I was going to
And
put it in the bag of holding it.
And there's the demeanour of him has changed. He looks angry now.
Oh.
The cat?
Cat looks a bit sore.
Okay.
Okay. That shall go.
Yes.
Done. Tish.
Yeah.
And on the side, you just see Shoal go, boo, followed by a lightning bolt going,
Oh, Duncan, look
and then a readying of guards.
and we're hiding behind some crates. I just can see it. It's so pretty. What? How many guards are there in here? Where am
There's
I?
about
I'm
3
over
on the
here.
gangplank. There's another couple over here, and then there's more up on the ship, and you can kind of see there's movement around, so that they're the ones that are actively now watching the flying cleric.
Guess we better go now. I think we should go. In a. Oh, I can't dash very far, but I would like to just get out of there.
That's fine.
I'd like to start moving. I've only seen Scold. I can't see Undra. I don't want to go. I just want to start moving.
You move yourself, so you've got your movement, and you can use your action to dash if you wish.
No, I'll just move. I think that would be ideal. In preparation, I know that I can always bash something if I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I've prepared. What's the Whopper one?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. I've got a Thunderwave up my sleeve.
Yeah. So you kind of I say you haven't read it, but
I
you're
had
getting.
beans.
Yeah.
You're kind of like that's in your head.
We
to
talked
like,
about that.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Well, it's always best to come prepared.
Yeah.
And I had beans the night before.
Wonderful. So you're just moving to there. You're not doing anything. No. You would like to give anyone inspiration at all, or?
Oh, is it that time?
Well, I don't know.
No, not yet.
You'd have to sing, wouldn't you? And
Yeah,
that would, like,
no, I'm
ruin
going to be
you.
noisy.
Okay.
That's very kind, though. That I'm not saying anything. Shut up, moving along.
Okay. Right. You watch Duncan as 3 individuals on the gangplank just kind of pull out kind of light crossbows, which are probably right on the. I say movement. What's your flying movement?
30.
30 feet. I would have said you would have probably used your action to dash, so say 60 feet diagonally
yeah.
away. So they're probably right. Let's say short crossbows. Crossbow light 80 to no. So I'd say you're still within standard range. So all 3 of these guys over here on the gangplank will range light crossbows up to you and fire. So that's the first to hit is going to be a 12.
12 will hit, I believe, because I'm not wearing my armor because we're stealthing.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Second one was 13,
Yeah, it's gonna hit 2.
and then we've got an 11.
That will not hit.
So 2 hits.
Yep.
So 3 points of damage.
Oh.
And 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
2 bolts as they just
Yep.
one just goes, and the other one just jams into your leg and your upper thigh. And these 2 over here, they will also follow you, lifting short crossbows up, just hand crossbows. Another 2 attacks.
Sheesh.
It's going to be a 13 and a 5. So another 3 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
There's 5 shots on you, 3 of them hit home, and you kind of wobble and you're like, Can I have 3 Constitution saving throws, please?
Ooh.
What?
Fail.
Spladoosh.
Yep.
All at 60 feet, and you just kind of hold onto your hammer and
Yep.
just hand into the water. We'll say for that you go about a good 10 feet under,
Yep.
especially with the weight now carrying Bolt.
Yeah. It's such a burden.
And the samples, yeah.
Immediately, crossbows you can see are starting to be reloaded, and people are making their way toward the
Over here?
water's edge.
Yeah, they
so
should
these
go
guys
over there.
are going to 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, as they're trying to follow your trajectory.
Oh, you know what I could do?
25 to there. They're going to run there, and you see
Oh.
all of these individuals now just kind of trying to get along here to chase down whoever was fleeing from the ship. Duncan, as you'll go.
Right, so if I've got some brandy here,
I'm going to put you there,
Oh,
Sharon.
that's very nice.
so I'm just going to get drunk and watch Shoal die and drown.
Yeah.
Dinner and a shore. No, I was thinking, if I set fire to something, will that make me visible?
It's not an attack.
Mm.
It's not a
I
spell.
suppose be very clever on how you explain you setting fire to something.
Well,
It's,
what I was thinking of doing, and I want, give me an idea, probably have some idea. If I poured brandy on one, like, I'd got a barrel ready to push,
yeah.
so I was thinking if I poured brandy on the barrel, smack my axes together to light them up and set fire to the brandy, and then push the barrel.
It's not an attack, nor is it a spell.
Would that actually make me visible?
I would say probably not. I think you've got to probably be attacking an individual. Ta-da. You've got another way. Okay. No. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
All right, I'll do that then. So I'm going to the barrel that I don't, because I'd readied one to push anyway. We said that last game.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sprinkle brandy on it, set it on fire, give it a push, hopefully towards some other barrels or something else that will set fire to create more distraction.
Yep.
And then I'm going to gap it.
Cool.
I'll probably go right round that way, so I probably won't get as far. But
So there's no horses down there.
No, it's not. So the barrel's
chicken.
going down the gangplank, correct?
I don't want it to go towards anyone. I wanted it to go towards either maybe
cool.
that way or wherever, so
Perfect.
sort of bump into something else and start creating a bit of a distraction.
Roll a d6, please, for me.
Do I want high or low?
Just roll a d6 and halve it.
1.
Got a 1. Okay, cool.
Well,
So
I
as
got
you
a 2,
do
so
that,
that'll be
we'll
1.
say as you start moving, you see one individual turn his head and go, "Whoa, what's that?" And he kind of looks over, and one of his comrades says, "Put that out before it catches the stuff alight. Go on!" So he's going to run over here, and he's now tied up, putting out
Cool.
a fire. So
Okay.
you've got rid of one of the individuals.
Oh.
Good work, though. And you're moving. Shoulder.
Yeah, and then I'll move.
Yeah. So 10 feet under the water there.
Yes. How is it to cast spells when you're underwater?
Be fine as long as it doesn't have a
Okay.
Fire.
vocal
Yeah. I think
aspect to it.
I think both of those I wanted
Okay.
a vocal one, unfortunately. Yeah.
Still,
I'll tell you what.
I'm contemplating either water walk or freedom of movement, but both of them have the vocal component.
But once you swam back to the surface, you can do it, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's only a couple of kicks and you'll be like, you're
Yeah.
literally...
yes, so I will kick back to the surface if I
Yep.
can, and then I'm gonna try. I will do water walks. I can run on the water,
Yep.
so I can get away.
So you kind of come up and just like
Yep.
crest like this kind of beautiful, handsome mermaid. As soon as you do, you cast the spell, say the words, and literally find yourself just propelled onto the surface of the water with a stable ground,
Yep.
and start booking it.
Yep.
Which way?
As he comes out of the water, can we have a moment in slow-mo where he like just shakes his hair
yes,
like that and
yes.
all the
No, no,
water
no.
Like a Timothy
cascades off of
advert.
it?
No, I'm
Yes.
not gonna shake his side. I'll do the like.
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Oh,
sing
the
it.
whole thing
Yeah,
just...
yes.
Like
Wonderful.
a beautiful target,
yeah.
But they're all in awe,
obviously.
and I should be like out of sight for some of them.
No, now because you're kind of level with
Yeah.
the water, you've got gangplanks in the way. I'd
Yeah.
say it's probably just these two now that
Yeah.
are concentrating
Yeah.
and can see you. Which direction are you moving in?
I'm gonna keep,
let's just keep
running the way I was
Cool.
going.
You move yourself on the tablet. So put yourself in
Is
where
this
you
through
want.
here?
And there's
Yes.
enough
Stage
room
25.
if you want to kind of almost baseball
that should be
slide
close.
Yeah.
underneath the dock.
Yeah,
And just like
Yes.
underneath and carry
Yeah.
on running. So
definitely.
you would like to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Just straight there.
So you want to try and run and slide under? Yeah,
Yes.
cool. Cool. Can you make an acrobatics check for me?
I can indeed, because I'm really acrobatic. So that's a 11.
Oh, yep, it's fine. You just you think it's got this, and suddenly it's like right there, and you're like, oh, it better have been any lower.
Yeah.
I might have hit my head. But you kind of come out the other side, and now there's the tail of the ship the small craft there that you can almost get behind to really give yourself some
Yep.
a kind of good vantage or hidden vantage.
Just for flavour, can he make a performance check to see how nice his hair looks when he does his light flick?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, let's go. 4.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
just-
like
just-
like
oh,
over my eyes. That's why I almost hit
It's
the
like,
pig.
it's like one of those kind of memes you see, like what I see, and it's just like wow, what everyone else sees.
But,
Like kind of a squid attached to your face.
but it's fine because none of them can't really see me. I don't think.
Not now, no.
No. So when I retell this heroic tale,
you nearly did.
yeah.
Bunzer,
Okay,
at the
so
bows of the ship.
and the bows of the ship. Is there anybody still down in the hold with me?
You see, there's the captain down there speaking to a sailor, and it's like kind of angry words, just trying to ask who the hell was that. And you see this bloom now on one cheek where he's been slapped by Kovig for losing something of great, seemed to be importance. And he in turn just looks furious now at what maybe what should have been a very easy, straightforward meeting has turned into a debacle. So, but there's a couple of sailors down there just running around, moving around. The cat's now like meow, meow, coming up to you, seemingly able to sense the presence of something here, and making a lot of noise about it.
Can I see anything else down in there that is of interest? Is it just the crate?
Make a perception check for me.
Like gunpowder.
It's a net 20.
Okay. There is a doorway, which at first you didn't notice. It's kind of, there's a number of crates stacked in front of them. You'd have to go through, and you can see this door with a relatively ornately carved kind of your wooden frontage. There's lots of, I'd say that's it. There's otherwise lots of boxes and crates, but yeah, the doorway you could very easily see just mask into the back wall. You wouldn't notice that, but and as you kind of do notice it, the woodwork, the detailing of the woodworking is very, very intricate. You almost to the point of excellent craftsmanship, like suggesting that this is a door to an office of some importance.
Are any of the sailors down there sort of guarding the door?
No, they seem to
they're
be
not
moving around
concerned.
and so on.
To certain death. Or escape. Certain death or escape. Certain death. Let us just go over. How bothersome is the kid?
Oh, not too bad. Like you wander away and it kind of goes to follow you and then just kind of sits down and puts its paw again.
Can I make my way freely to the
Absolutely,
door?
yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't take you very long to get there. Like it's 15 feet away.
Okay. So I get there, and what are the other sailors doing? Can I slip in the door without them seeing?
Make a stealth check just to open the door. But they seem to be distracted by the goings on of the flying, long-haired Wonder Man.
Merman.
I have stealth with advantage.
I was going to go with Merpet.
Oh, well,
I have my hood on.
I can go with Patrick Duffy too.
With 13.
Just like the door opens. There's a bit of a squeak. Wait for a second, see if anyone's noticed. But there's lots of kind of heavy footfalls on wood and noise and shouting. So you think for the moment you're good.
I just want to peek in.
It's from a quick glance, relatively lavish room. There's kind of soft furnishings. There seems to be a desk with lots of paperwork on there and a couple of leather-bound journals on there. It leads quite a long room back to some stained glass windows at the back of this. Kind of looks like some form of delegate's or captain's cabin.
I want to nip to the desk.
Okay.
Put the leather-bound volumes in my bag of holding, and then get the hell out.
Okay. So there are two. They're not thick. They're more kind of like leather notebooks.
That'll do.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then you go
And
again?
then back into the hold. I don't think I can get out of the hold by now. Can I?
No.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yep, starting next turn, be another stealth check. Cool.
Yep.
Tish,
Okay.
what are you doing? No sign of Undra yet. Shoulders over here now doing something. Not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
So you're dashing this way?
Yeah. Well, everyone's alright-ish. Yeah. But things are prepared for when I need them. So I can dash, what'll that be, like 50?
Yep.
I'd
yeah.
ask a grown-up.
Yeah, because everyone's looking my way anyway.
Yeah, so I should get out of there. And
Okay, you're about to there, probably.
and I'd be prepared to, like, defend myself. I'm still invisible.
You are. You're doing great.
That's about all. Yep.
Okay.
And think good thoughts. Pie.
These guys are going to run now, trying to search for shoals. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they're catching up behind you without realising that they're chasing you, and they're stamping along there and they're yelling, "Shut the gates! Quick, guards!" And they're like, trying to draw attention to Shold, wherever he is. You see a couple of these guys move out. They're like, oh, how can we help? What? And 2 dock guards who are obviously trying to stay in good books of more important. This guy's over here, he's doing his thing. He's going to use his action to try and put out the flames of the barrel, so he's done. And this guy, Kovig, is now on the gangplank, walking down, slowly walking up. And you can kind of hear this kind of like the heavy footfalls, Duncan, behind you. These 2, this one's going to run all the way up to here, Shold, and this one's probably going to come back now, and he's going to have to about there, and both are going to take shots with you with disadvantage. Or I'll say they'll take shots at you, but you'll get full cover, so add 5 to your AC. So the first one is going to be 10 to hit, which doesn't hit.
No, that does not hit.
And the second one's going to be a 15.
That will not hit.
No, wonderful. And they just kind of like in the beams of the jetty. That's their go, Duncan.
I can't hear like any commotion on the ship. Like I'm listening out to see if I think Undra's in trouble, but I can't hear anything like that.
There's no fighting, no swords or anything like that.
Big
It's more
spells
just
going off.
yeah,
or
no,
stuff
it's
like
just shouting and running around the heavy
Okay.
footfall on timber.
that. I'm gonna work on the principle that as we haven't seen like a fireball or anything, she's probably all right at the moment. So I'm going to keep running as well. So I will run to. I think I'll dash, so I'll get to about there.
Okay. Shold.
Right, I'm gonna out underneath the
The pontoon jetty type
yeah,
thing, yeah.
and I'm gonna continue running and gonna try and like hide between if there's more, because there's more boats along the dock.
Yeah. Wonderful. At this point, there's a lot of guards now. There's a number of guards around the entranceway to the dock here, and as you're getting past one boat, you can see this entranceway.
Yeah.
And Tish, I'd say from where you are, you can just about see it as well. Duncan, not quite.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guards there that are starting to kind of come to attention in the same uniform as the ones chasing Shold and you, part of the bigger collective here. And then you watch as an individual in this kind of hook, this old man starts wandering around with this kind of like staff stick type thing and starts asking them questions, and one of them frustratingly turns around and starts telling him to shoo off, or this old man to shoo off, and like their distraction as they're trying to keep guard on what's going on, they seem to be constantly distracted by this old fella. And then in a flash you see a quarterstaff whip up at one in the chin, and the hood falling back to see your young friend now, and just trying to distract and fight, and the 2 guards by the entranceway to the docks. Undra.
Okay, so I am going to try and get my way off the boat. I got to do my stealth check.
Yes, please.
14.
That's with an advantage.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. So make your way off the boat. Which way? How are you getting off the boat? Same way you came on, or up down the gangplank, which seems to be unguarded now at the moment.
Yeah,
So just a casual walk down.
yeah.
So
Nothing to see here.
you're going to use your full dash, probably 2 feet, 15 feet to get to the edge of the boat. So you'd probably be just behind covert. Now, you've got your dash to use, but if you want to try and squeeze past him, he's quite a big chap, and it's not hugely narrow. I'm going to get you to make another stealth check in case you accidentally bump into him.
No, I'm just going to stay a little bit further up
Okay.
the jetty there.
Just a wee ways behind
Yeah.
him. Okay, perfect. Anything else you want to do,
No.
Tish?
How far from the gate am I?
Oh, you're probably maximum of dash now. And you can see there's other people behind you, right behind you,
Yeah.
running up looking for shoals. You can see them there. Yeah, a full dash will get you to where Hochi is.
We're probably going to have to smash our way out, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I'd like to think that. I think that I should, because I've got Thunderwave prepared. I've also got a little spell up my sleeve if I need it. That I should rush towards Hochi in preparation of doing whatever I can to smash our way out.
Okay, so probably use your full dash to get to right by him.
Yeah, and out of the way of the big people.
Yeah, and probably turn and position yourself so that anyone coming towards you,
Yeah.
probably on your next turn, you'll be in a position to
And I'll be
cast
like,
Thunderwave.
"Caw, caw."
Okay, so you move him there. So we'll
'Cause
put
I
him,
think-
this guy here,
We're in trouble.
and what we're going to do is put another 2 by him that look exactly like him. Sorry, that's confusing.
That could be confusing.
Do this.
Why did you make them little bitty?
Tish, that's your go. So,
Oh, totally trolling the DM today.
I've realised I can't do much.
there you go. How about that?
I'm
That
just
big enough?
a bard. Yeah, it's
There we
good.
go.
Is it OG?
No,
we had
yeah,
a
one
lot
of
to
them
eat,
there.
didn't we?
Guys, go. So that's you, Andrea. That's you. These two.
They're monsters now.
Yeah. Well, where were
They're
we?
everywhere. They're
So he's going
everywhere.
to. Basically, there's everyone's coming up now. Oh, this guy's going to go up here.
I feel no, they're not over.
Shoulder, you're probably around here now. So he's lost you. He's coming back, dashing. Everyone's just piling in. So there's this massive congregation of individuals who don't know where you are, and they're just kind of on guard looking. And you can see Hochi's now in a little bit of trouble as you pull up to him. With this congregation of guards now coming to you, and Duncan, you're just a wee ways behind this, so you're going to be coming up behind them.
Typical.
This guy now is going to be dashing to there, and then this guy just stands there, and he's just going to. You don't see it, Undra. You see him as he just gets to the gangplank, and he looks up at all this commotion, and just his arms folded, looking out at what's going on. Just this kind of face of thunder and just anger on his face, like muttering to himself. Duncan.
I'm going to keep running.
Good go to you.
And so what's happening with Hochi? Is he?
So if you get in the mix now, you see he's taken a few punches, but he's not captured, and he's just wheeling away with his quarterstaff. So there are now like 4 or 5 guards up there. You don't know where Tish is, and he seems to be. You hear this kind of like caw, like floating on the wind.
Right.
So you know Tish is around somewhere.
Could I?
Could you?
It's not an attack. Can I grab Hochi and like pick him up so it looks like he's flying and flying towards the gate?
Of course you can.
I'm going to do that.
Do you say anything as you grab him?
I'm going to say, just roll with it, Hochi.
Roll a persuasion check. 'Cause he just like has this voice going, roll with it.
That's
Like,
cocked, I got.
and he's just like,
Oh, that's quite good actually.
Oh.
19.
okay. And as he does, he's like, whoa, okay. Like just like picks his staff up and starts swinging behind him, and then going, whoa.
On my wizard.
Okay, and I'd say with that, you get through and get round, and you're pretty much at the gate. And he turns around and then goes, this is Duncan. Just follow me. I can get us out real quick. Just do something to stop them. Shold, you're up.
Yeah.
You see Ho-Chi just float into midair, just kind of running towards the gate, kind of like waving his sticker at him.
I'm assuming I can keep running on the water and like running around the gate because I can run like out to sea if I want.
You can do, yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
You know it's me. Yeah.
So does the gate needs to be open?
Not to get through. I
Yeah.
mean, there might be walls and so on. You don't really know your way around here, so you don't know what. There's an open
No,
gate
I was
there.
thinking if I should shoot some guiding bolts to like knock the gate open.
Oh, the gate's currently open.
Yeah.
So and Ho-Chi's about to make his way through.
Then I'm just gonna keep running.
Running along the coast.
Yeah. A bit sort of a bit diagonal out from
Okay.
the shore, so getting further away.
Yep, you're going to do that. So you're just bolting now,
Yeah,
full dash, go,
yeah.
go,
Okay.
go.
Right, I'm ready.
Undra,
I have a very strong desire to kill Koveg, but all of my friends are over there, and
go
it
on,
might
no,
not
you go for it. That'll make a really cool next episode.
Well, for all of you, it would. So,
I wouldn't do it.
so I'm just going to go sort of around Gidfime wide berth and head towards the gate.
So you're going to get to probably about there as you start casually walking past. Down, and as you go past, just another look at him and just taking in the beast of a man that he is. Trying to ascertain some
Stop it,
information.
I've got to get out of here.
When
Yeah.
you say beast, I mean you need to be a little more specific.
As you start wandering up, you see this congregation of guards and Ho-Chi floating in midair down here by the gate, which is quite random, and you're like, oh, how am I going to get past all of those? And as you start wandering down, we'll pick up with you, Tish, next episode.
Oh, that's pressure. Ooh.
Well, that's all gone a lot better than expected, really.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yep. Yep. And yep.
Thanks, everyone. Join us next week to see how this pans out and what we've learned and where we're going next.
I don't think we've learned anything.
No.
I just want to know if he can remember his way back to everyone else because he's going for a little coastal tour. Right now.
Yeah. All right, see you next week, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.